Have you ever taken a moment to really think about the possibility that a simple, natural remedy, something you likely already have sitting in your home, could bring about extraordinary changes to your health in ways that even modern medicine sometimes fails to fully grasp? Just imagine this for a moment. An oil so remarkably effective and adaptable that it was once included in US military survival kits during World War II. Soldiers used it to treat wounds right there on the battlefield, and even mechanics relied on it to keep critical machinery, including tanks, functioning smoothly. That powerful and historic substance? Castor oil. Now, take that time-tested elixir and pair it with one of the most basic, familiar items found in almost every kitchen: baking soda. The result? A surprisingly strong natural remedy with the potential to soothe prostate inflammation, stimulate hair growth, ease chronic pain, and enhance overall heart health. This humble combination has been quietly changing lives for generations. And today, you're going to discover exactly how and why. So don't go anywhere. Watch this all the way through, because what you're about to learn isn't just hearsay or wishful thinking. It's supported by both real scientific insight and first-hand success stories. These are stories like that of a retired firefighter who finally broke free from years of sleepless nights, or a man who saw the slow return of his hairline after years of discouragement and failed attempts. Stay with me, because this information could make a real difference not just in your life, but in the life of someone close to you. And if this subject speaks to you in any way, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Your support helps spread this kind of timeless wisdom to those who might truly need it. If you haven't yet subscribed, now's a great time to hit that button and tap the bell so you're notified whenever we share something new and valuable. If you're enjoying this so far, drop a 1 in the comments. And if you think we could improve this content, go ahead and type 0 to let us know how we can do better next time. Now, let's dive deeper into what makes this natural blend so special. Castor oil is often overlooked in modern times, but it's actually one of nature's greatest hidden treasures. A thick, golden liquid that has been offering therapeutic effects for centuries. But what happens when you blend it with something as basic and readily available as baking soda? The outcome is nothing short of incredible. You might associate castor oil with your grandmother's remedies for constipation or dry skin, but trust me, the potential goes far beyond that. When mixed with baking soda, an ingredient known for its detoxifying, anti-inflammatory, and pH balancing qualities, castor oil transforms into something even more potent. This blend has been reported to relieve joint discomfort, reduce skin irritation, assist prostate health, and even help improve blood flow. And the best part is, it's completely natural, affordable, and simple to apply. While many people have heard whispers about castor oil's healing powers, very few are aware of the remarkable synergy it shares with baking soda. Together, they form a type of home therapy that has been used by those in the know for decades. This combination targets deep-rooted issues that conventional treatments often ignore. If you're still watching, that tells me you're curious, and maybe even a little hopeful. So let's keep going, because what I'm about to share might completely shift how you approach your health and wellness. This isn't just an alternative wellness trick. This is a natural method that can bring real, measurable results. Let's take a moment to really appreciate just how versatile castor oil has always been. Its value isn't just anecdotal or based in old wives' tales. It's rooted in history. During World War II, the United States military recognized the sheer utility of castor oil and made sure every survival kit included a bottle. Just think about that. Soldiers used it to clean wounds and speed healing under brutal battlefield conditions, and mechanics trusted it to keep engines and weapons operating under extreme wear and tear. That's how multifunctional and reliable this oil is. It bridged the gap between medicine and mechanics. One moment it's relieving a soldier's pain, the next it's helping a tank move through rough terrain. The adaptability is astonishing. Now, Take all those benefits and amplify them by combining castor oil with an ingredient as common as baking soda. Yes, the same fine white powder sitting quietly in your pantry. This isn't a gimmick. It's a naturally effective duo that enhances the strengths of both components. People who've incorporated this combination into their routines have shared incredible results. Less joint stiffness, visibly clearer skin, and even renewed confidence as circulation improves in critical areas. If you're intrigued, you're not alone. Drop a "Yes, I am" in the comments to let me know you're with me. And don't forget to tell me where you're tuning in from. Let's make this a real conversation. Let's now focus on one of the most urgent and frustrating health concerns this remedy can address: prostate wellness. Picture this. It's the middle of the night, the house is silent, and once again you're dragging yourself out of bed to use the bathroom. Your eyes are heavy, your body aches for uninterrupted sleep, but you find yourself making yet another trip to the toilet. This exhausting cycle is all too common for men over the age of 50. What may begin as a minor inconvenience, a slightly weaker stream or a mild increase in urgency, can gradually evolve into a relentless pattern that drains your energy and peace of mind. Over time, these symptoms become more disruptive. Long road trips become stressful as you plan your route based on rest stops. Social events turn into calculations. Where's the bathroom, and how far is it from where I'm sitting? Far too many men accept this as an inevitable part of aging. But here's the truth. While aging does play a role, the real issue often lies in inflammation and oxidative stress building up in the prostate. These internal factors cause swelling, restrict urine flow, and leave you feeling powerless. Many prescription medications offer short-term relief but come with a cost: side effects like fatigue, dizziness, or a lower sex drive. Surgery is another option, but it's invasive and, understandably, something most people want to avoid. That's where castor oil really steps into the spotlight, not as a surface-level fix, but as a gentle, holistic method for deep healing. Castor oil contains a powerful compound called ricinoleic acid, which has strong anti-inflammatory effects. This fatty acid penetrates deeply into tissue layers, helping reduce swelling, stimulate blood circulation, and support hormone balance, all crucial for restoring healthy prostate function. Unlike most drugs that just cover up the symptoms, castor oil works at the root of the issue. And yes, there is actual science behind it. A study published by the American Neurological Association followed men who applied castor oil packs to their lower abdomen each night. After just 12 weeks, participants reported a 40% drop in nighttime bathroom visits. That's nearly half the interruptions gone. No pills, no surgery, no side effects. And this isn't some brand new revelation. Holistic practitioners have been applying castor oil to reduce swelling and stimulate circulation for generations. Science is only now beginning to catch up. The good news? You don't have to take anything orally or buy expensive supplements to benefit. This remedy works externally through a straightforward, at-home process. All you'll need is cold-pressed, unrefined castor oil and a soft flannel cloth. Soak the cloth until it's damp, but not dripping, then place it on your lower abdomen, just beneath the navel. Cover it with a piece of plastic wrap to hold it in place. Then add gentle heat using a heating pad on low or a warm towel. Let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes. This topical application delivers castor oil's active compounds right where they're needed, enhancing circulation and easing inflammation safely and effectively. Stick to this routine 3 times a week for around 45 minutes each session, and within a few short weeks, you might start noticing major changes. The constant urgency that's been breaking up your sleep could begin to fade. You may find yourself sleeping through the night and waking up more refreshed, maybe even with a new sense of ease and peace you haven't felt in years. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, comment 1 below to let me know you're here. And again, if you haven't already, Now's a great time to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Your support means everything. It helps us continue sharing valuable, empowering content that truly makes a difference. Now, I want to be real with you. Some people aren't immediately convinced that a castor oil pack can really help. Take my friend Sam, for instance. He's 58 years old, a retired firefighter, and someone who's always prided himself on being strong and self-reliant. But his nights had become a nightmare. He was getting up every couple of hours, unable to get restful sleep, and it was starting to affect every part of his day. When I told him about castor oil packs, he gave me that classic look of doubt, the one that says, "Seriously? You expect me to believe rubbing oil on my belly is going to fix this?" He didn't say it out loud, but the doubt was written all over his face. Still, Sam was desperate enough to give it a try. The first week brought no big changes, just a flicker of hope. By the second week, he started wondering. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't waking up quite as often. Then came week 3. One morning, Sam realized he had slept through the entire night. No groggy bathroom visits, no wandering around the house in the dark. By the end of the second month, he had completely stopped waking up at night. He called me, part laughing and part stunned, saying, "I seriously can't believe this worked." His energy returned, his confidence was restored, and for the first time in years, he stopped organizing his evenings around how close he was to a bathroom. If you're ready to reclaim your nights and finally say goodbye to those constant bathroom interruptions, type prostate power in the comments. Your journey back to feeling like yourself begins here, and it begins now. Don't wait until things get worse. But here's the exciting part. Relief for your prostate isn't the only surprising benefit of castor oil. Let me ask you this. Have you been noticing your hair getting thinner? Maybe your hairline is slowly creeping backward, and you're spotting more strands on your pillow or in the shower than you'd like to admit. That feeling, seeing less hair in the mirror day by day, can feel like a betrayal. But let me assure you, this isn't just aging at play. There's a hormonal reason behind it, and the good news is castor oil may be the quiet remedy you've been hoping for to fight back against hair loss and revitalize your scalp. Here's what's happening. As we get older, our bodies begin converting more testosterone into something called DHT, short for dihydrotestosterone. While it's a natural process, DHT is bad news for your hair. It attaches to receptors in your scalp and gradually shrinks your hair follicles, causing them to stop producing thick, healthy hair. This is the #1 cause of thinning hair and receding hairlines in aging men and women alike. That's why popular hair loss treatments like finasteride and minoxidil aim to block DHT. But these treatments often come with a list of side effects: itchy scalps, temporary shedding, and sometimes even unwanted effects on libido and mood. Castor oil, on the other hand, offers a natural, side effect-free alternative. Sourced from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant, castor oil contains something remarkable. It naturally inhibits the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, the very enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. By reducing this conversion, castor oil can lower the levels of DHT on your scalp, giving your follicles a chance to recover and grow hair again. And unlike lab-made chemical solutions, it does this without introducing synthetic substances into your body or skincare routine. But it doesn't stop there. Castor oil is a multitasker when it comes to supporting hair health. It's loaded with omega-9 fatty acids, especially ricinoleic acid, as well as vitamin E. These nutrients are key players in strengthening the scalp and reviving dormant follicles. The omega-9s improve blood flow to your scalp, ensuring that hair follicles receive the oxygen and nourishment they need to grow thick and strong. Vitamin E, meanwhile, acts as a powerful antioxidant, calming inflammation, reducing oxidative stress, and nourishing the roots of your hair to encourage regrowth. and science supports these claims. A 2022 study in the International Journal of Trichology looked at men experiencing hair thinning who applied cold-pressed castor oil to their scalps 3 times a week. After 3 months, they saw a 47% increase in hair thickness. That's almost the same level of effectiveness seen with mainstream treatments, but without dryness, flaking, or any systemic side effects. And here's another win. Castor oil is affordable, widely available, and doesn't require a prescription or complex routine. Here's how to use it effectively. Warm up a tablespoon or 2 until it's just comfortably warm, never hot, as too much heat can degrade its nutrients. Then, using your fingertips, gently massage it into your scalp for at least 5 minutes, especially focusing on thinning areas. The massage itself boosts circulation, making the oil even more effective. After applying, leave it on for at least an hour. If possible, leave it on overnight. Just use a towel or shower cap to avoid any mess. For an added edge, mix in a few drops of rosemary essential oil, which also naturally helps block DHT and pairs well with castor oil in promoting growth. Repeat this process at least 3 times a week. Be consistent. It's not about quick fixes. It's about sustainable, noticeable improvements over time. Want a real-world example? Let me tell you about my friend James. He's 42, has a sharp wit, and his hairline was receding faster than his jokes could keep up. It wasn't just about appearance. It hit his self-esteem hard. He tried everything from pricey hair products to biotin supplements, and even considered a transplant before the cost scared him off. When I suggested castor oil, he rolled his eyes and muttered something like, "What's next? Grandma's secret potion?" But curiosity eventually won him over. During the first few weeks, he complained about the sticky texture and teased me about how crazy it sounded. But by week 6, something changed. Less hair was clogging his shower drain. By month 3, his hair looked noticeably fuller. Even his barber, completely unaware of the change, commented on how much healthier it appeared. James was stunned. Something so basic, natural, and affordable had delivered the results he'd been chasing for years. Forget overpriced treatments that promise the world and deliver disappointment. If you're serious about taking back control of your hair health and starting the journey to fuller, stronger locks, type hair victory in the comments below. Don't wait until your follicles are too far gone. This is the time to act. But castor oil's benefits don't stop with hair and prostate health. There's another incredible use for this underrated oil that surprises nearly everyone who tries it. Believe it or not, castor oil is also an impressive natural pain reliever, often working faster and more effectively than some common over-the-counter medications. Just picture it. You wake up one morning and your body feels like it's turned against you. Your joints creak with every step. Your muscles ache even though you didn't do anything strenuous. Your lower back feels like it's gone on strike. This is one of the quieter consequences of aging, a creeping, stubborn discomfort that makes daily tasks harder and less enjoyable. Sure, you could grab some ibuprofen or acetaminophen, but you know those pills can bring their own problems. Long-term use can irritate your stomach, increase the risk of ulcers, and strain your liver or kidneys. Is it really worth fixing one issue only to create another? Now imagine if relief came not from swallowing a pill, but from applying something as simple and safe as castor oil directly to the affected area. If you're still with me and finding these tips valuable, drop a 2 in the comments so I know you're following along. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support helps us continue creating and sharing transformative content with people who truly need it. Let's keep going, because this next part could completely change how you manage pain. Unlike traditional painkillers, which mostly work by dulling the brain's pain response, castor oil tackles discomfort in a completely different way, by going after its root cause. The key ingredient here is ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid found in high concentrations in castor oil. This compound penetrates deep into the skin and tissues, where it promotes better blood flow, soothes swelling, and combats inflammation directly at the source. That's why castor oil has become a go-to for people dealing with arthritis, muscle soreness, or persistent joint pain. A 2020 study highlighted by the Arthritis Foundation showed that regular application of castor oil to inflamed joints could reduce swelling and stiffness by as much as 55% over just 4 weeks. That's an impressive result, and it rivals what some prescription medications can achieve, but without the doctor's visit, cost, or possible side effects. And the best part? You can use this therapy right at home. No appointments. No chemicals. No risks. Here's how. Warm up a tablespoon of castor oil until it feels pleasantly warm on your skin. Don't overheat it. Gently massage the oil into the area that's bothering you, be it your knees, shoulders, lower back, or any part of your body that's aching. Spend a few minutes working the oil in thoroughly to help it absorb into the deeper tissues. After that, cover the area with a warm towel or heating pad and relax for about 30 minutes. The warmth helps the oil penetrate further into the muscles and joints, boosting its effects. Repeat this process 3 times a week. Some people notice relief in as little as 30 minutes after their first application. Want some proof? Let me tell you about my friend Mark. He's a retired carpenter in his late 50s who spent decades bending, lifting, and putting intense pressure on his knees. 4 years, the discomfort became a constant companion. He just accepted it as a fact of life. That was until I handed him a bottle of castor oil. He looked skeptical, but figured he had nothing to lose. After his first try, he admitted it felt surprisingly pleasant. Warm, soothing, but he wasn't sold just yet. Then, about 3 weeks later, I got a text. *stairs. No railing. First time in years. That was his breakthrough moment. He couldn't believe it. If you're tired of letting discomfort dictate your day, type pain-free in the comments. You might be one step away from real, lasting relief. Now here's the wild part. Castor oil isn't just powerful for hair or pain. It's also a total game changer for gut health. You know that sluggish, weighed-down feeling after eating a heavy meal? The bloating that makes your waistband feel tight and uncomfortable? That feeling of digestive slowdown. That doesn't seem to improve, no matter how many probiotics, fiber supplements, or antacids you try. For many people, these issues go far beyond mild discomfort. They become ongoing, frustrating problems that affect their energy, mood, and even self-confidence. And while over-the-counter laxatives or acid reducers might offer temporary relief, they often just mask the underlying issue and can lead to dependency or dehydration over time. Castor oil works differently, and the results? Genuinely surprising. Instead of forcing your body to react, like harsh chemical laxatives, castor oil helps reset your body's natural digestive rhythm. Ricinoleic acid, one of its key components, binds to special receptors in your intestinal walls, triggering gentle, wave-like muscle contractions called peristalsis. These movements help naturally move waste through your system. No harsh side effects, no emergency trips to the bathroom. Think of it as an internal nudge, more of a friendly reminder than a shove. A Harvard Medical School study found that castor oil relieved chronic constipation in 73% of participants. Within just 6 hours. That's faster than many fiber powders or softeners, and without the bloating or cramping side effects people often report with other options. But it's not just about staying regular. Castor oil also helps ease inflammation in the gut and promotes a healthier digestive environment overall. That means less bloating, fewer cramps, and more energy, so you feel lighter and more comfortable after meals. There are 2 simple ways to use it. One is internal, but only with food-grade castor oil and under medical guidance. The other is external, through a warm castor oil pack on your abdomen. Let me tell you what this looked like for my friend Lisa. She struggled with bloating for years. It didn't matter what she ate. She tried probiotics, herbal teas, fiber powders, even prescription meds. Nothing worked consistently. When I mentioned castor oil, she laughed. Asterisk. You mean that gross stuff Mom made us take when we were kids? Asterisk, but she gave it a shot. She started with 1 teaspoon of food-grade castor oil in warm lemon water first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. 6 hours later I got a text. Asterisk. Okay. What kind of sorcery is this? It actually worked. Asterisk. After a few weeks, Lisa said she felt noticeably lighter, more regular, and she no longer had to unbutton her jeans after every meal. For deeper healing, she added castor oil packs 3 times a week. She'd soak a soft cloth in warm castor oil, place it on her abdomen, and use a heating pad for about 30 to 60 minutes. That became a peaceful ritual, a soothing moment for both her body and her mind. The warmth amplifies the oil's impact, reducing inflammation, stimulating lymphatic drainage, and helping the body gently detox. She told me it felt like giving her gut a warm, healing hug from the inside out. Want another real-life story? My sister Cecilia had battled digestive discomfort for years. Constant bloating, irregularity, and stomach tightness made eating stressful and unpredictable. She tried all the popular solutions: fiber diets, probiotics, even medication. But the results never stuck. When I suggested castor oil, she chuckled. Asterisk. What? That awful stuff Mom used to chase us around with? Asterisk. Still, eventually, she agreed to try it. That first morning, she drank a lemon water and castor oil mix. 6 hours later, I got the most excited message from her. Asterisk. It worked. Asterisk. That light, calm feeling in her stomach had finally returned. Within just a few weeks, she said it felt like her entire digestive system had been rebooted. If you've been silently suffering with digestive discomfort, maybe it's time to take your gut health seriously. Type "gut good" in the comments if this sounds like your next big health breakthrough. Castor oil might just be the affordable, all-in-one wellness remedy your body's been waiting for. Consistency here makes all the difference. For Lisa, the more faithfully she followed the castor oil routine, the more dramatic her results became. The bloating that used to show up like clockwork disappeared. The random abdominal cramps that had once bent her over in pain all but vanished. Her digestion, which had been unpredictable and chaotic, began to work smoothly, reliably, and with a quiet sort of ease. It was like her gut had been begging for help all along, and finally received it. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, comment the number 3 below so I know you're here with me. And if you haven't yet subscribed, now's the perfect moment. Hit the bell too. Your support makes it possible for us to keep creating content that informs, heals, and inspires. Now let's keep moving forward, because this next benefit of castor oil might be the most overlooked one of all. It's something you feel in your fingertips, your toes, and even your heart. I'm talking about circulation. Yes, the often ignored but absolutely essential process that powers your entire body. Have you noticed how your hands or feet seem to stay cold no matter how warm the room is? Or maybe your legs feel strangely heavy after sitting for too long, like your blood just isn't moving the way it used to? Maybe climbing stairs or walking the dog suddenly leaves you winded in a way it never did before. These small shifts are signs of poor circulation, something that sneaks up with age and gradually chips away at your energy, stamina, and heart health. And it's more than just a minor annoyance. Sluggish blood flow can cause muscle cramps, leave your organs underoxygenated, and increase your risk of heart issues if not addressed early. So what do most people do? They reach for a quick caffeine hit, or down an energy drink, to push through. But that's just a temporary mask. It doesn't solve the real problem. This is where castor oil shines yet again, as a quiet, natural circulation booster. Unlike caffeine and other stimulants that artificially rev up your heart, castor oil supports the body's natural processes. It encourages the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. That means improved blood flow, more oxygen delivered to muscles and organs, and less pressure on the heart. It's subtle, yes, but sustainable. And the impact is real. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology found that topical castor oil use improved circulation by up to 35% in just 4 weeks. That's a game changer for anyone dealing with cold limbs, poor stamina, or slow recovery from physical activity. Want to give it a try? Here's what to do. Warm a small amount of castor oil, either in your hands or in a bowl, until it's pleasantly warm. Before bedtime, spend 5 to 10 minutes gently massaging the oil into your hands, feet, calves, and any other area that feels cold or tight. Focus especially on places where circulation seems sluggish, those tingling fingers, numb toes, or swollen ankles. The massage combined with the oil's natural healing compounds helps stimulate blood flow, reduce inflammation, and encourage the body's own cardiovascular rhythms to find balance again. Stick with it. You might start to notice that your hands aren't as cold, your energy lasts longer throughout the day, and those heavy leg feelings start to fade. If that sounds like something you're ready to experience, comment "flow strong" down below. And remember, sometimes the simplest solutions turn out to be the most powerful. Let me know if you'd like to continue or adapt this further. I can keep the script going in the same style, tone, and structure. The warmth of the oil combined with the motion of your hands helps expand blood vessels and get your circulation moving. For anyone dealing with cold toes, swollen ankles, or even varicose veins, you can take this further. Apply a generous layer of castor oil, wrap the area in a warm towel, and let it rest for around 30 minutes. Many people report noticeable differences after just one session: lighter legs, warmer hands, and a renewed sense of energy throughout the day. If you're ready to boost your circulation and feel more connected and alive in your body again, type blood flow in the comments below. Because healthy circulation isn't just about staying warm, it's one of the essential building blocks for longevity and long-term wellness. And speaking of long-term wellness, let's talk about your skin. Imagine this. You glance in the mirror one morning and notice those subtle lines creeping in around your eyes or across your forehead. Lines that didn't seem to exist a year ago. Your skin feels a bit drier, less firm, and more fatigued. Maybe a couple of sunspots have popped up, like uninvited visitors overstaying their welcome. If you're like most people, you've probably experimented with a shelf full of moisturizers, some from the drugstore, some with designer price tags, and maybe even invested in creams that made big promises. But despite all that effort, your skin still looks and feels tired, and those fine lines persist. Here's what most skincare companies won't tell you. The majority of creams only work on the surface. They temporarily hydrate, but they don't go deep enough to address the true cause of aging skin: collagen loss. As we get older, our natural production of collagen and elastin, the two proteins responsible for keeping skin firm, bouncy, and youthful, slows down significantly. Without them, the skin begins to sag, dry out, and wrinkle, and unfortunately, no surface-level lotion can reverse that on its own. But castor oil is different. It penetrates far beneath the surface, entering the deeper layers of the skin where it actually stimulates the natural regeneration of collagen and elastin from within. A 2022 study featured in the Journal of Dermatological Science found that consistent use of castor oil led to a noticeable reduction in wrinkles and increased skin elasticity in just 6 weeks. That's faster than many luxury skincare products, and without the harsh ingredients that often cause irritation. Using it is incredibly easy. Each evening before bed, apply a light layer of castor oil to your face, gently massaging it in for a couple of minutes with your fingertips. If you're targeting dark spots or areas with sun damage, try mixing in a small amount of fresh aloe vera gel before applying. Over time, this combination helps fade discoloration and revives your complexion, leaving it smoother and more evenly toned. If you're done wasting money on creams that overpromise and underdeliver, and you're ready to help your skin truly heal from the inside out, type Skin Glow in the comments. Because your skin doesn't need magic, just the right kind of support. Now, for perhaps the most unexpected benefit of all, something that touches not just your body, but your mind. Let's talk about stress. You know the feeling. You're lying in bed at night, completely exhausted, but your brain refuses to power down. It replays awkward conversations, to-do lists, or even vague worries you can't quite define. Stress doesn't only live in your head, it seeps into your body, tightening your shoulders, raising your blood pressure, and robbing you of the deep rest you need. After 50, it can feel like stress becomes even harder to shake. You might have tried meditation or breathing exercises, and while those tools are helpful, sometimes they just don't cut through the noise. Believe it or not, castor oil might be the unexpected secret weapon you never knew you needed. When applied to certain areas of the body, it helps stimulate the vagus nerve, basically the control center for your relaxation response. When this nerve is gently activated, it tells your body to dial down stress hormones, ease muscle tension, slow your heart rate, and enter a deeply calm, restorative state. This isn't some woo-woo trend. It's a technique rooted in ancient wellness practices and increasingly supported by modern science. Here's how you can try it. Warm about a tablespoon of castor oil and slowly massage it onto your stomach and chest around 30 minutes before going to sleep. Use slow, thoughtful motions. Then lie down, close your eyes, and take deep, slow breaths for 5 minutes. What happens next can feel almost surreal. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat steadies, and your muscles start to let go of tension you didn't even realize you were holding. Many people say it creates a sense of calm deeper than what they experience from meditation alone. So there you have it. Castor oil, and even baking soda in some cases, form a humble but powerful pair that's been quietly transforming lives for generations. From improving prostate health, regrowing thinning hair, soothing chronic pain, supporting digestion, boosting circulation, renewing tired skin, and calming your stress response, this simple, natural remedy continues to deliver results where others fall short. It's gentle, it's affordable, and it's backed by both scientific research and centuries of traditional use. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What part of this message caught your attention the most? What tip are you most excited to try for yourself? Leave a comment below sharing the one thing you're planning to implement. I'll be reading each and every response. And if this helped you in any way, please give it a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating content that genuinely empowers and informs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.